Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
Police combing through a neighborhood tonight as they search for two suspects who took off during a traffic stop. Tense moments in a Detroit neighborhood right now as police search for the area with their guns drawn.
Two ran off after speeding down the freeway and crashing their car. Tim Pamplin has the night cam on the scene. Tim.
What a dramatic scene along 94. Officers with their weapons drawn. The manhunt is underway. 94 and Coplin, that's 94 Dickerson, 94 Chalmers area. It all started when that black vehicle was stopped by Detroit police for a traffic violation. He took off and then promptly crashed his vehicle on the freeway here. The driver and his passenger took off, went up the embankment, and are in the neighborhood on the north side of I-94. Now I believe we can go to some video from the neighborhood. There you go. Officers running around with their canines, guns drawn. A very tense situation right now. Michigan State Police, Detroit Police are out. They're searching. If you're in this neighborhood now, stay indoors. Police say they're looking for two young black men. One has a leather jacket on, running through the neighborhood. Two guns have been recovered from inside that black vehicle. So back out here, quite a scene along 94. Just about 20 minutes ago when this all started going down, they ran up the embankment here into the neighborhoods. The manhunt is still underway. That's the scene right now along eastbound 94 at Coplin with the night cam. Tim Pamplin, Local 4.
All right, Tim, keep it right here and click on Detroit.com for updates. Well, do the right thing. That's what some 800 parents of transgender children are asking of the Trump administration. They want the president and the Department of Justice to defend gender-neutral restrooms. Jermont Terry is live at Ann Arbor, and he caught up with parents of transgender kids who signed that letter. Jermont?
Devin, this mother and father love their transgender son, and they accept him for who he is. And tonight they're hoping the law will protect him for who he is. As Sarah and Peter Tork tuck their 8-year-old in for bed, they know their child will be safe on this night. But these parents worry about what will happen to Jack, who is transgender, down the road.
He said, "I'm a boy," and this was about it, at age 2.5.
He would look in the mirror and say, I look like a girl. And in his, internally, he wasn't a girl.
Sarah and Peter quickly discovered this wasn't a kid acting out.
Around 6 months, I said to Pete, I don't think this is a phase. And I don't think this is just Jack being a tomboy.
Today, this family loves Jack as their son and brother. He identifies as a boy even at school, where Jack's school district in Washtenaw County has gender-neutral bathrooms.
Not all transgender kids and their families are in the same position that we are.
That's why this mother and father joined 800 parents of transgender kids and sent a letter to President Trump. This comes after the Department of Justice decided it would not defend Title IX. Under Title IX, school districts were ordered to let trans children go to the bathroom they identified with. They hope this letter reminds Mr. Trump he represents all Americans.
He could come out tomorrow and support, this guidance, to allow Title IX to recognize that transgender kids and gender identity is real.
Now, Title IX came down under former President Obama. Now, Jack's parents are hoping that President Trump realizes that this is about equal rights and hopes that he is not playing politics. Reporting live tonight, Jermont Terry, Local 4.
Right, Jermont. Well, we now know one person was killed this evening in this head-on crash in Bruce Township. The two cars collided on Van Dyke near 34 Mile when one driver crossed the center line. A 57-year-old woman from Imlay City died. Police are still investigating.
A deadly drug off the streets tonight after a bust on Detroit's west side. A state police task force raided a home with a working fentanyl lab in the basement, and 4 children under the age of 10 were living inside that home. Fentanyl is an incredibly powerful painkiller. It's about 100 times more potent than morphine. In fact, it is so dangerous that the home has now been labeled contaminated, and it will likely be condemned.
A Taylor man will appear in court later this month for allegedly trying to solicit sex from an underage girl. Police say 56-year-old William Rollins was unknowingly emailing and text messaging a detective whom he thought was a young teenage girl. Police arrested Rollins when he set up a time and a place to meet the girl. He's now facing a list of sex abuse charges. Uneasy feelings tonight at an apartment complex in downtown Detroit after racist and anti-Semitic graffiti was spray painted on the walls.
It appeared this morning inside the Cadillac Square Apartments. In addition to the graffiti, recruitment flyers from the KKK were taped to the doors. Detroit police are investigating. Well, Punxsutawney Phil predicted a longer winter, but the next season has arrived early, and that's, of course, pothole season.
Yeah, a mild winter and seemingly warmer start to February means the pavement is starting to give way. Mara McDonald is live in Shelby Township tonight, and already M59 is looking a mess.
It sure is, Kimberly. Here's the deal. We reached out to everybody on our Local 4 Facebook page tonight asking, tell us where you think the worst potholes are in the area. And overwhelmingly, people said, Hall Road. Hold on to your dental work or anything else that could be loose. It's that time of year again.
It's pretty bad. I take Hall Road every day to get to work and coming home, and it's just every day. I'm just constantly swerving my vehicle, trying not to hit everybody else.
It's pretty pitted on the whole stretch between Mound and Garfield, and right now the changing weather means some of the patches are starting to crumble.
I feel like some of the work that, it appears that they're fixing them, they're really not.
Which means plenty of people are ending up here. Bell Tire in Royal Oak has been slammed.
We've been seeing a lot of cracked rims, as you can see right here. Whenever you actually come up on the pothole, you want to slow down. Don't actually continue to go at the fast speed. As you actually are starting to go over it, start to accelerate a little bit. That way you avoid getting a crack in the rim.
And cracked rims are expensive, and it can do a real number on your alignment. And a word of advice from the professionals: any pothole, no matter how big or small, can crack a rim if you hit it just right. And if your sensors come on or you feel something's not right,
pull over to the side, call up your roadside assistance, have someone come on over, put on the spare, because the last thing you want to do is drive on it and possibly have to pay $200 for a new tire.
Back here live, a lot of people automatically think MDOT when they see potholes, but the reality is MDOT is only responsible for state roads. MDOT does have a website where you can go and report potholes, but most local communities do as well. So if it's not a state road, time to call your local public works. We are in Shelby Township tonight along the pitted Hall Road. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
All right, Mara, thank you. Metro Detroit spent today paying final respects to Mike Ilitch.
We've got new pictures from inside the Fox Theater where hundreds of people passed through for the public visitation. A U.S. Marine stood at attention next to the casket. Inside the theater that Ilitch restored, a video montage played of images from his life, including his hockey, baseball, and business milestones. Now the funeral for Mike Ilitch will be private.
Yeah, long line of people there, too.
Sure was.
Ford Field getting a major facelift. We'll show you what the stadium will look like after $100 million in upgrades.
Also, a close call. A child hit by an SUV that comes crashing through a store, but there's no driver to be found. Ben, all those potholes, awful lot of fun.
Can't do much about that, but temperature-wise, we're going to be at the valley floor here in the morning with temperatures in the teens, and it's all up from there. A 40-degree swing in the 7-day forecast. That's all coming up. What does a heart attack feel like? 3 survivors with 3 very different sets of symptoms. Would you recognize the signs in time to save your life? I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge with a story you need to see coming up.
And we continue to follow breaking news on Detroit's east side. An active police search underway for 2 men who took off from a traffic stop. Police tried to stop them on I-94, but the men sped off, crashed their car, then took off running. Police are searching a neighborhood in the area of Chalmers in hopes of tracking the men down. We'll be right back.
Local 4. What does a heart attack feel like? It's often not what you imagine.
There seems to be this sort of persistent myth out there that if it's not sharp, it can't be your heart. And that's wrong.
Yeah, Hollywood has given us a clear picture of what a heart attack looks like. Someone clutching their chest and then crashing to the ground.
Yeah, but in real life, the signs can be far more subtle and confusing. Dr. Frank McGeorge joins us with an eye-opening look at the symptoms everybody needs to know.
What does a heart attack feel like? 3 survivors with 3 very different sets of symptoms. Would you recognize the signs in time to save your life?
Excruciating pain in my upper back. I had pain down my arms, into my hands. I felt lightheaded, a little nauseous, and something was definitely not right.
As I told my wife I had heartburn.
Mowing the lawn, I would get winded. And then the weirdest thing is my teeth would hurt. That's kind of like, okay, my teeth hurt. That might tell somebody my teeth hurt.
3 survivors, 3 very different sets of symptoms. Keith Trost of Ann Arbor noticed his warning signs months before he went into cardiac arrest leaving a Michigan football game.
I never had the elephant on the chest feeling. I never had the heart palpitations. I never had any of the other things.
Greg Merritt of Brighton felt his unexplained heartburn the day before his heart stopped.
It was likely signaling me to say, now's the time to go.
Courtney Alexander of Saline had just finished a day of skiing when her symptoms struck out of the blue.
Had no risk factors, no family history of anything, especially heart disease.
Sometimes it's difficult for even physicians to figure out what's going on in those first few minutes.
Dr. Brad Uren at the University of Michigan says it's common for patients to miss or dismiss the red flags.
There seems to be this sort of persistent myth out there that if it's not sharp, it can't be your heart, and that's wrong. I've had an EKG in my hand that clearly showed that person was having a heart attack. And as I try to explain that to the patient, they say, no, I'm not having any chest pain, there's just this pressure here. And in fact, if you look at how most people experience heart pain, it's actually a heavy pressure in the chest with a squeezing sensation, maybe radiating to the shoulder, the jaw, the back, associated with some shortness of breath, nausea, being sweaty. Those are the classic symptoms.
Women and people with diabetes are more likely to experience different or more subtle symptoms. And while some heart problems are sudden, often there were warning signs.
If you look at people who've had heart attacks, often you can go back and ask them, and in the days, weeks, and months preceding that, they'll talk about, well, normally when I walk up the flight of stairs at work, I can do that with no problem, and now I'm getting this tightness or this discomfort.
Waiting until symptoms are severe can result in a deadly delay.
If you're actually having heart muscle damage, the longer that you wait and let that heart muscle die, the worse off you will be. As an emergency physician, I'd rather see somebody at the beginning of the problem rather than at the end. Don't sit at home trying to self-diagnose. Don't wait.
Keith, Greg, and Courtney are grateful they survived. They hope others can learn from their stories.
Make sure you see your doctor, because they're the ones that are going to be able to tell it.
The best thing to do is to go get this checked out. Don't do what I did and say, well, I'm sure it's going to be fine.
Someone in the U.S. suffers a heart attack every 43 seconds. Would you know what to do if it was you? Tomorrow at 5, I'll show you the 4 steps that could help save your life.
And that's definitely something everybody needs to see tomorrow at 5.
Yeah, one of the experts, as we heard one of them say, as a general rule, if you're sitting at home Googling what are the symptoms of a heart attack, well, there's a fair chance you're having a heart attack and should be calling 911 instead.
It's better to be safe than sorry, for sure. We want to turn this into a learning experience for everybody. If you or a loved one are a heart attack survivor, go to our Facebook page or the Good Health page and share your story, because we want to know, what does a heart attack feel like, so you can help others to recognize that, what's happening faster, so people will know.
May not be what we expect. And tomorrow at 12:15, Dr. Brad Uren, who we just heard in that story from U of M, will be joining us for a special Facebook Live. He'll be answering questions and sharing some of the lessons learned from your stories.
It's not always the elephant on the chest like what you were saying.
That's what I'd always heard it was, yeah.
All right, here's a look at what defender Kevin Dietz is working on for tomorrow.
She's a local Marine veteran, a sharpshooter who sacrificed for her country.
But over the course of time, things happened.
Suffering traumatic ordeals on overseas missions, now falling on hard times here at home.
She paid for it with a lot of trauma, a lot of PTSD.
A mother and father desperate for help for their military daughter before it's too late.
I'm prepared for a funeral.
The Defenders, tomorrow night at 11.
All right, Kevin. Well, we talked about the freeze and the thaw sort of cycle that we're in, but we did have a little bit of snowfall earlier.
Yeah, and things are looking up after this, though.
Are you already making plans for the weekend?
Already, that's right. All the sunshine that you're showing on the 7-day forecast.
Go adopt a pothole first. That's what we're going to be doing.
Yeah, it's all thaw. Once we get towards the end, there's not going to be much freeze left, but we still do have a few snow showers out there tonight. This is really flurries more than anything. Not going to lead to anything as far as accumulation goes, so just a couple nuisance flakes, and that's it. once we get rid of this stuff in the next couple hours, we don't have any precipitation in the 7-day forecast until Tuesday of next week. Wind gust right now noticeable 20 to 25 miles an hour, especially here on the east side, and a couple of those showing up in Howell and Flint as well. Otherwise, temperatures are in the 20s. We're going to continue to watch these drop until we hit the teens for overnight lows, but that's as cold as we get into the next 7 days. Everything, as we told you before the break, goes up from there. Wind chills in the teens in most locations. Haven't moved much today as far as wind chills go, and probably won't move because even as temperatures cool tonight, the winds will start relaxing. So gradually, those will pretty much be the same towards morning. Our chilly weather is about to get replaced as the pattern switches. Not only are we going to get warm, we're going to get close to records as we head into the next, really into the 7-day forecast going into the upcoming weekend. Not much left tonight to look at except just a couple of those flakes. Still a lot of clouds hanging around in the morning, but by the time we get into the afternoon, clouds are going to be taking off. So we're going to be looking at a lot of sunshine, even though temperatures will barely get above freezing in the afternoon. But let's look at how it's going to feel in the morning as we look at low temperatures to start out tomorrow. The only places we're going to see 20s probably right here on the east side. 21 in the city, 20 in Warren, Clinton Township. You're going to be at 19 for low temperatures tomorrow. South zone, maybe a couple 20s down there. Otherwise, the teens show up here for lows as well. West zone temperatures, all teens from Genesee County down to Michigan Avenue. 18 in Brighton. Canton, you'll be at 19. And not surprisingly, our coldest lows are going to be up in Sanilac County tomorrow morning at 16 in Sandusky and 16 in Marlette. So take those numbers and then look at the 7-day forecast ahead, and you'll see what a switch we're going to be seeing. 33 on the high side tomorrow. That's going to be our coldest high. 41 back above average on Friday, and then it's all 50s from Saturday through Tuesday of next week. Yes, that's rain. No snow in the forecast through Wednesday. And we've got more sunshine than clouds. In fact, really 5 of those 7 days, we're not even going to get below freezing in the mornings. Wow. So this is not your grandma's February.
No.
We don't recognize this, but I think a lot of people will enjoy it. Be okay.
All right, Ben. Classroom controversy. A Michigan teacher out of a job tonight for a joke that went too far.
And a boy run over a car that didn't have a driver. Fortunately, he managed to walk away from it. How this happened next.
The Detroit.
Welcome back. Take a look at this heart-stopping moment as an SUV plows through a Texas convenience store, knocking down a child. The 70-year-old had just walked through the door when the SUV came barreling through the storefront. He was knocked down, but he gets back up. The grandmother says she left the SUV running, but there was no one behind the wheel when it crashed into the store. The investigation is ongoing.
A quick-thinking Dallas police officer prevented the truck fire from getting much worse. The truck was in the drive-thru of a restaurant when it suddenly caught fire. The responding officer used his cruiser to push the flaming truck away from the restaurant so that the fire wouldn't spread to the building. 10 points for Gryffindor. No one was hurt, fortunately.
A high school teacher resigns after a video surfaced of her duct taping a student during class. It happened Monday at Bangor High School west of Kalamazoo. Cell phone video here shows a teacher duct taping a 16-year-old boy's hands together and then to his chest in front of the class. The teacher claims it was meant to be a joke because the teen uses his hands when he talks. The student reported it to police. The teacher resigned today.
Walmart was doing a little shopping of its own, taking aim at Amazon and doing it with a popular brand based right here in Metro Detroit. The company bought the outdoor clothing and gear seller Moose Jaw for $51 million. Moose Jaw's 350 employees are going to remain here at their headquarters in Madison Heights. Ford Field getting a facelift. The Lions are going to spend $100 million on renovations before next season.
The plans include a new video board that's nearly twice the size of the current video board. Also, new sound system and suite upgrades. Construction is already underway. Changes will be finished in time for the 2017 season. So you know what that means. That's going to be the lucky charm.
That's the thing?
That's it. We're going to the Super Bowl.
Spend $100 million on the roster.
They say anything about players?
Cap. That's the thing.